Welcome back to Her Rules Radio. I'm Alex Jamieson, your host, co-conspirator, and guide in living life by your own rules. It's July 2021, and I've got some updates from HQ here in BK, NYC. That's Brooklyn. I'm not just an executive and creative leadership coach, I'm an artist. And this past weekend, I went to the opening of the Art of Coney Island here in Brooklyn. One of my original watercolors is appearing in the show, and it was so exciting to see all of the amazing art and meet some of the other artists. There were about 100 artists chosen to show in this event, and even see some sideshow performers, like authentic Coney Island sideshow performers walking around. It felt like such a big deal to me, as I haven't had my art in a lot of shows. Even after the countless public talks I've given, teaching retreats, being on TV like Good Morning America and Oprah, I still just get super nervous. And this experience of showing my art felt vulnerable in a completely new way. But I was so lucky and blessed, like truly, truly blessed. Several of my friends stopped by throughout the day, as well as my wonderful husband, Bob. They were there to cheer me on and just say nice things. They helped me feel at ease. And it just felt so good to be supported by people that I love and respect, which kind of brings us to today's topic. We're going to be talking about a woman I was working with who was recently called a gold digger, but I would like to call her CEO of her life and marriage. Now, this topic came up hot in 2 client conversations this week, so I knew that I had to share some key insights with y'all. So think about success. What is it? How do you define it? And how do we achieve it? Is it just luck? Does it just happen to you? Well, it turns out it has a lot to do with our close relationships, our primary relationships. Whether you're married or not, or in a committed partnership or dating, single by choice or by circumstance, your most intimate long-term relationships, friends or romantic or familial, have a big impact on your ability to achieve your goals in both positive and negative ways. So Warren Buffett, who's accumulated a lot of wealth, which is one way to define success, Warren says the most important decision you'll ever make has nothing to do with your money or career. This guy is called the Oracle of Omaha. He's a gajillionaire. He has often said, your life partner will have a huge impact on the success of your creative career or business success. And it turns out a bunch of psychologists and scientists agree. People with supportive spouses especially, but this is also true of your closest community, are more likely to give themselves the chance to succeed. So let me say that again. People with supportive spouses or community are more likely to give themselves the chance to succeed. Now, this is according to a study published by Carnegie Mellon University. Now, what that means in short terms is it helps us take more risks. It helps us see things through when they're challenging. It helps us have more grit and resilience and take those risks. The lead psychologist and author of this study said, your significant other can help you thrive through embracing life opportunities, or they can hinder your ability to thrive by making it less likely that you'll pursue opportunities for growth. So what that means to me is that your closest people in your life will help you and encourage you to embrace tough challenges, or they can hinder your ability to believe in yourself and follow through. Now, when my husband Bob and I wrote our book, Radical Alignment, we shared several stories of how we use the tools in the book in both business and our marriage. We have regular meetings together about budget, our calendar, our personal and our professional goals. It shares how we structure conversations about new ideas and opportunities that we may have. And it's how our marriage is both a financial business and creative collaboration. So all of you listening may not be married to your business partner, but your marriage or your closest relationships still have a big impact on the work that you do. And for Bob and I, we are two people with our own individual goals and creative projects, and we have overlapping and collaborative businesses. And we've found that the romance is not hurt. Our romance is not deadened by structure and systems. In fact, our marriage is much healthier than either of our previous marriages because we're using agreed upon frameworks to organize our lives and work. And Bob once said, people need to bring more business to their marriage and more compassion and heart to their business. And so our hot topics, those things that are fiery, that can cause a lot of friction in relationships, we handle them regularly and with respect, just like regular staff meetings. So the resentment and lack of clarity and accompanying friction that so often pollutes relationships doesn't fester in our marriage. Now, this last week, I spoke with a highly driven and successful client who's also writing a book about how to run your marriage like a business. Her ideas are smart and proven, and they will help so many people. Yet she has run into resistance from friends and family who see her ideas as cold or even mercenary. You know the expression gold digger? Well, it is not nice to hear it when people say it about you. And by the way, it's usually only applied to women, so her husband is not getting the same kind of blowback for these ideas. So it really speaks to the sexism and the gendered way that we're supposed to relate to money. And this all calls back to my appearance at the art show this last weekend, with friends cheering me on and being curious to support my expansion as an artist and an art entrepreneur. Listen, we need community that will support our curiosity and our goals and our risk-taking. And leaders know this. The leaders that I work with already know this. Another client who's a CEO of a well-known tech education company told me very clearly that her husband is an important factor in her career success. That's why she asked me to facilitate a conversation between her and her husband as she was stepping into her CEO role, so that they would have clarity together about goals, expectations, and clear away any lingering concerns that might distract her later as her work got even busier. Like, she put in the work at the beginning to get clear so that she could be successful stepping into this new role. So here's my advice for you driven, creative leaders who happen to be women. Over the years, I've been in a lot of visible leadership positions, including as a kind of well-being and personal development spokesperson because of my film Supersize Me and books like Radical Alignment and Women, Food, and Desire. And the pressure and the scrutiny from the outside is intense. It can honestly be unbearable at times. So these days, I use my 20 years of health coaching experience, positive psychology training, artist practices, and all my other coaching experience, helping emerging women leaders, entrepreneurs, public figures, and philanthropists. If you think some conversation with me might be helpful, you should reach out. People come to me for all sorts of reasons, including how to navigate challenges, make big decisions, really surface your values to help choices and paths forward easier and more clear, how to get unstuck, feel less isolated, find meaning, reconnect with your passions, and improve work and family relationships. So if you're curious, don't be shy. We will talk. We will have a great time. I promise I'm fun to talk with. And we will just dive right into coaching. We will dive right into the big questions. So you can come find me. Go to herrulesradio.com and you'll see right up at the right-hand corner a button that says Let's Talk. So go to herrulesradio.com. It'll take you to my website. You'll see a red button on the top right corner. It's actually hot pink. It says Let's Talk. If any of this resonated with you, if you're curious, don't be shy. We'll talk. I'm fun and nice to talk with, I promise. So if you have any of these concerns that I discussed today, give me a call. Reach out to me at my website. I hope that this helps you. I hope that you are surrounded by people who help you take creative risks. And if not, I could be that person with you. All right, we'll be back next week with another great interview. Thanks for listening in. Take care. Mwah.
Thanks for listening. Did you like today's episode? You should go leave a review. Hey, it really helps us out. I would so appreciate it. Do us a solid. Go leave a review wherever you love listening to your podcasts. It could be iTunes or Stitcher or Spotify or whatever. Anyway, if you're interested in some coaching with me one-on-one, go on over to bit.ly/coachmealex or go to alexandrajameson.com. And thanks for listening. Totally appreciate you. Be sure to tune in next week for more goodness. See you soon. Mwah.